So I just was going through different stuff, and uh, I seen that apparently a WrestleMania trailer is supposed to be coming out, but I think this one's pretty much like the women's version. And the four women's wrestlers that it's going to be centered around is Charlotte, Rhea, Jade Cargill, and Liv Morgan. Um, so I don't know what that means. I feel like, if you want me to be honest, it's kind of what I kind of said about the men's version. Those are can pretty much be the main four. Because when you had the one with the men, which was Punk, Cody, Brock, Roman, I just feel like that those are going to be the ones that's going to be in the big matches come WrestleMania. So if we're going to be doing this for the women, and these are going to be the four ones that the trailer's going to be based on, it gives me reason to believe that if we're going to be doing that, we're going to see probably Rhea doing something, probably tag title wise. Jade's women's championship. Charlotte's probably going to be in a big marquee match as well, probably with Alexa, and then Liv probably wins Rumble for the world title. So I don't know. Maybe if you've seen anything about that, if you're gonna make a video about that, maybe you'll give your thoughts and opinions on it. But I feel like I needed to share that because that's what's being floated around, and that is gonna be it's in the works, because there is a picture of all four of them. Looks like they're on like a movie set or something. Okay, bet, man. I seen that other people were in the trailer too. I think they said that Tiffany. I looked at it again. Tiffany was in there. Becky was in there, and EO. So it was pretty much 7 women altogether. But I think they're trying to go for like a different vibe or whatever the case may be. But I'm still trying to debate what everyone's direction could be. I think for Tiffany, she might be involved in the U.S. title picture. I think that'll be something interesting for her. Trying to think. I mean, EO, Rhea, I think they should be going after the tag titles against Kabuki Warriors. I think if you want to do a long-term storytelling there, you can do that. Or you can have that one-on-one match. It could be for non-title, of course. Charlotte and Alexa can be one-on-one. Becky, I think it's either going to be Becky and AJ Lee. Maybe having like a one-on-one match. I think you can build this to make it way more intriguing. I don't know how you feel about it. Maybe you can have like an Extreme Rules type of match between these two. And then, like we've been saying, maybe Liv wins Rumble or Chamber or something like that. But I feel like Rumble is the better option. But I think that's kind of just the direction I see things potentially going. We'll see. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of just, I wasn't expecting it, but I feel like it kind of makes sense if they're going to do more for the men. People are going to complain, like, why aren't the women, getting a trailer for themselves? So I think that's kind of what they're doing here. Maybe they planned on doing it. We'll see. But I don't know. I really don't know what this means, but I guess this is just WWE's way of saying these are the ones that are going to be in the top matches potentially at Mania, I guess. But we said, I think, was it a couple days ago, if they don't pull the trigger in Saudi, I mean, it's gonna be hell to pay for WWE and TKO, because them Saudis are not fucking around with this. They're not fucking around. They're not playing. They know. I know WWE, sometimes don't listen to the fans or whatever, the crowd, but this is one of them cases. They're gonna have to listen to the crowd. They're gonna have to have somebody to answer to, because if they don't, they're gonna be in more debt than they can probably handle, and it's not even funny. Bro, I might be just trolling, but imagine if they just, besides doing like Becky and AJ at Mania, they do Becky versus Jessika Karr. They could make a whole story out of this, because Jessika Karr is kind of doing in-ring stuff. She is wrestling, I think, in like Evolve, I think, under like a different persona and character. If they really wanted to make this an actual thing, put Becky and Jessika Karr in a match at Mania. I think that match could probably be good.
Well, I did see this video yesterday, so it is confirmed that Liv was in, New York. But I just I hate this, because I don't like to see Liv and Rhea together, and Charlotte and Tiffany and Jade, they have their storyline. So it just doesn't make sense to see all of them together. But I call it as it is. It's business. So I mean, at least as long as Liv and Rhea keep their distance, that's all that matters. But it seems like they are in this video. But I hate the fact this guy would even record just because he saw Liv Morgan. Like, dude, what about everybody else? That's what I'm saying. Liv, you need to go to Hollywood because obviously they're going to be doing this even while you're in the Hollywood scene. So hopefully her first movie will succeed so that way she can get more into the celebrity status. But right now, the only biggest one and the biggest draw right now is Rhea, while everybody else, it just comes and go. But I am happy to see Jade, but I would like it if Bianca was in it. Alexa Bliss, along with Asuka and, Raquel and Roxanne. And I just don't like the fact that all the white women except Black and Asians, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's good to see Io Sky though, but still we need, and Tiffany Stratton, but she's white. So, listen, shout out to Jade, shout out to Io Sky, but I would like it if Raquel and Roxanne and Bianca Belair, along with Naomi, well, even though she's pregnant, you know what I'm saying? I would like for them to be on there, but Naomi don't have to be on there, but still, Bianca, Alexa, and Raquel and Roxanne, because they're going to be in it as well. They're going to be at WrestleMania as well. So, but as for Liv goes, look, I'm going to be humble and just wait till January. If she do decide to show up at Survivor Series, do what you do, but just know it's to wrap up the storyline. But I'm going to tell you this right now. If she comes back next week, there's a possibility she's going to stay as a heel. And she might not win the Royal Rumble. But if she does win the Royal Rumble, I hope December and January will be the start of Liv and Dom's, breakup. But I think they're going to break up next year. And then, hopefully Roxanne and Dom will start their storyline. But again, let's just hope that the Judgment Day storyline will end by Dom and Roxanne hooking up. And of course, Liv and Finn making peace, teaming up with AJ Styles to go against Dom, Ray, and Roxanne, even though it's more like a dream match. But I think AJ and Finn and Liv should team up before his retirement for sure. We definitely need to see that. But that's a hope. I'm not saying this is a prediction. This is a hope for. And hopefully Raquel will face Liv Morgan before she transfers to SmackDown. But if she wins the Elimination Chamber and she goes to SmackDown, then at that point, we have to break up Liv and Dom. We have to. Before all that, we have to. But we need a mixed tag team match though, with Liv and Dom and Finn and Roxanne, and then after that, let's get Finn turning back Demon so he can get over with the crowd again, bring back his own theme, so we can get Finn versus Dom, and then at that point, Finn gets the dub, and then hopefully Liv and Finn will they make peace, and then they team up to go against Dom and Roxanne, and then after that, they go their separate ways. And then, Liv goes to SmackDown, Finn stays on Raw. And then at that point, if they give the Intercontinental title back to Dom, he wins it off of Dom, and then he becomes the Intercontinental Champion, while Dominic Mysterio do his thing with Roxanne, probably form a faction or whatever. And then, as for Raquel, listen, hopefully she gets a title, but gets a title shot for the world title. But if they take the Intercontinental title route, I could see Liv versus Roxanne for the Intercontinental title, but somebody got to win it. So I don't know if it will be Roxanne, but if Roxanne take it and then Liv take it off of her, I think that would be a little backwards. I would rather for Liv be Intercontinental champion and then Roxanne take the belt off of her. And then at that point, we'll probably get either Roxanne versus Raquel or we get Roxanne versus AJ Lee. And then as for Raquel, hopefully she'll, if they do decide to wait till Money in the Bank for her to win it, That's fine, even though that's a long wait. If that's what they want to do, that's fine. But unfortunately, because of Naomi, I don't know if she's going to cash in on Naomi. I just think that would be nasty work if Naomi wins the title back and then Raquel takes it off of her. It would be a bad rap for Raquel, but if she do that, when I would rather for Raquel to win the women's world title before Naomi comes back, and then those two go at it for the belt, and then Naomi take it off of her. I think that would be a great story for Raquel, and then at that point, she'll have one of the greatest title runs of all time because she'll be, hopefully, I was hoping maybe she could face Liv Morgan and maybe face Roxanne, maybe face Stephanie, maybe face Nikki. And then after all that, she can face, Naomi for the belt. And then that's it. You know what I'm saying? But if they decide to have Liv Morgan win the Royal Rumble, that's okay too. As long as the story makes sense for her. I just don't want her to face Stephanie that quickly when the reports are saying that Stephanie is probably going to face either Becky or Rhea for the title. And if that's the case, then something tells me that either Liv has to go to SmackDown and face the champ, or we might get either a triple threat match or a fatal four-way where we have Stephanie, Liv, Rhea, and Becky, which I think that's stupid because Becky is supposed to be facing AJ Lee. So I don't understand that unless AJ Lee is going to face Roxanne for the Intercontinental title. So, and that kind of leads to the next route where, his point about Becky and Jessika. I mean, look, if they want to do Becky and versus AJ Lee and Jessika Karr, I think Jessika Karr, Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee, and Jessika as the referee. If that's the case, then okay, we'll be with that as well, even though I don't care too much about it. But if that's what they want to do, then fine. But still, I want to see AJ Lee versus Roxanne for the Intercontinental title. And I definitely would like to see Liv versus Raquel for the Women's World title. But that's only if Raquel wins the Women's World title and they face each other for it, or, I don't know. I mean, I just think these predictions is just getting out of control with the Judgment Day storyline. But I just thought that's why I'm trying to be humble with the story and just let it ride out. As much as I want Raquel to go after the world title, I don't know. As much as I want Liv Morgan, back off from Stephanie Vaquera, I don't know. Listen, and as much as I want Roxanne to go after the mid-card title, I don't know. But that's what I can tell you. All I can tell you is that what I can hope for. That's it. So that's all I can tell you. But shout out to Leo, man. These are some good topics. But yeah, I seen the video yesterday. I tried to ignore it because I didn't really care. I just say, look, at least she didn't show up to Madison Square Garden. She obviously showed up for business, and that was for the commercial. So, again, it is what it is. I don't know where she's going home. But I don't know. I don't know if she's going to go home because I heard there's another date for Dominic Mysterio to do another signing for the New York City Fest on the 21st. So she might appear. I hope she doesn't, but because I'd rather for Dom to get all the signings and get all the the sponsorships than Liv. But I don't want to waste my time on that. I don't want to waste my time. But shout out to Dom. I'm glad he's getting some endorsement, with Liz. I mean, but I would just like it if he would just keep Liv out of it, period. But y'all get in the comment box and let me know what y'all think about it. I mean, pick which topic you want to talk about. What do you guys think about the video of everybody, all the women coming together for WrestleMania 41, I believe, or 42? Y'all let me know down below. I don't really care, but y'all can comment down below and share your thoughts. Also, share your thoughts about Liv Morgan possibly winning the Royal Rumble, because if she don't win it, I mean, I won't care. I don't think anybody in America would care, but Saudi Arabia will care, and there will be consequences. And it's going to be very hard for TKO to get out of $3 billion in debt. And it's mainly because they chose somebody else instead of Liv. So, again, do y'all think it's risky? Or do you think that, they don't care? They just want to see Rhea win. You know, I don't know who gonna win, but my choices is this: it's either Bianca, Rhea, or Liv. Either one of them. So that's me. But as for the Jessica Karr and Becky situation, if y'all care about that, comment down below. Let me know. But other than that, I ain't got much to say. But shout out to Leo though. Y'all follow him on Instagram and subscribe to his YouTube page. I'll put the description in the bio, and we'll keep it moving. But y'all get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share if you're new, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. All right, I'm out.